Ox and Hare presents, in association with True Story FM, the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society. Today's adventure, what goes around comes around.
In brighter days, I would tell you a sunny story of Massalia, the beautiful seaside city in the south of France, and of its trio of protectors, Madame Liberté, Madame Égalité, and Mademoiselle Fraternité, 3 women sworn to fight the forces of evil and protect those who cannot protect themselves, and of their home and headquarters, the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society. I would spin tales of daring do, thrills and chills, and always with a happy ending. These are not bright days, and these are not those stories. For you see, our trinity has been split. Madame Liberté, our friend and companion Zinnia, has been abducted by dark forces, those who work for the Six, a secretive cabal who are behind the massive cultural shift which has spread throughout Europe. The same movement which has made our city into its capital. Now myself, Mademoiselle Fraternité, Goldie to my friends, and Madame Égalité, known to most as Saffron, have been searching for Liberté throughout the Mediterranean for weeks. I miss my home, I miss my bed, but mostly I miss the calm camaraderie the 3 of us shared. And as bad as it is for me, it's worse for Saffron. While I'm searching for my friend, Saffron's looking for her wife. We've hit a fair amount of dead ends, had a few adventures. Who knew cuttlefish could get that big? But mostly we've been chasing rumors, the latest of which has led us south to Algiers, which is beautiful, by the way. It's also infested with scalawags, a nasty group of pirates called the Barbary Bandits. Fortunately, this city has its own protector.
Look out! It's Carmin Crimson.
I told you before, the bay is off limits to you scum.
Yeah, well, we decided different.
Slow learners, huh? Fine then. Perhaps it's time for an education.
Ha! One little girl against us, and all you've got is one sword. Prepare to be decimated.
Lesson 1. This is not a sword. It's a scimitar. And in the hands of a master, one is all that is required. Let me show you. You see, your crew has been decimated.
What are you talking about? There's still, 30 of us left, and we're in to fight.
Lesson 2. Decimate means reduce to 1/10, which I have done. It's a common mistake, but it's not the only one you've made.
It isn't.
Lesson 3. Never assume. In this case, that I'm here alone.
Égalité.
Fraternité.
Hello, boys.
Glad we didn't miss all the fun.
I have friends visiting from out of town, and they are carrying swords.
Oh, heck.
Indeed. Ladies, have at them.
And that's the last of them.
Is there anything so satisfying as punching slavers?
These guys are slavers? That calls for a kicking.
Stand down, Mademoiselle Fraternité. They're beaten.
Oh, I'll give them a beating.
That's not why we're here. Though, we're always glad to help the cause of justice.
So you're Liberty's students.
How'd you know that?
A master can always recognize her work. I trained her, and I see that training in you.
I was aware that you knew my Liberté, but I didn't realize you were her teacher.
But you're so young.
Algiers is not so accommodating as France to a young girl on her own. My own Mudaris began my training quite early. But you're not here for my story.
Sadly, we are not. Liberté has been kidnapped. What?
By one of the 6? Yes, I've heard.
Do you know where she is?
No.
Drat.
But I know someone who might. I've heard a rumor with the name attached. While I spend my time hunting criminals and fending off pirates, many crimes are left unanswered. I simply don't have the time. Like smuggling. One of the more reputable of those sorts does business with the powerful people.
Powerful people like the 6?
Quite likely, but be cautious of her. She's quite wily and always looking out for her own interest.
And her name?
Genevieve du Guerre. Her ship, the Acton Belle, just left port. If you hurry, you should be able to catch it before she reaches the sea.
Do you think that Liberté
Is on board? I do not. The ship arrived full and left empty, heading for its next port of call.
How do you know all this?
I may not be able to stop them, but I will not turn a blind eye. If valuable cargo is moving through the region and Genevieve does not have a hand in it, I'd be surprised.
Would you accompany us? We work better as a trio.
I would like nothing more.
Hooray!
Alas, Alice just needs me, and I it. Please, rescue my pupil and return for a grand celebration in her honor.
Something to look forward to. Haven't had that in a long time. In the meantime, can you do us one favor?
Name it.
This stone, it's called the Asteri Petra. It's valuable to a group of terrible people. We'd like to leave it with you for safekeeping.
Why me?
Well, Liberté trusts you, and thus so do we. And you know how to handle yourself if anyone comes looking for it.
Consider it done. Now, go find your partner. I shall deal with these fools.
Thank you, Carmin.
Good journey. I promised you last time we met that there would be consequences should you darken my shores again. So, who wants to lose a toe?
She's not what I expected.
Nor I, but she certainly knows her stuff. I hope.
What's wrong?
It's just another clue, another mystery, another step along the path, and yet somehow no closer to Zinnia.
But we've done a lot of good along the way. Met some people, broke some noses.
Time wasted, red herrings, blind alleys.
I've never known you to be so pessimistic.
I'm failing her, Goldie.
No, never.
If the roles were reversed, she'd already
Have done everything in her power to find you. And that's exactly what you've done, right?
Right. Thanks, Goldie.
Now, we've got a date with a smuggler.
To find some precious cargo. Let's go.
Listen, you ugly old fool. If we don't make it to port by sunup, I'm going to start throwing a crew member overboard every half hour. You hear me? Good. Now go and make haste.
That's no way to motivate your men.
These aren't my men, just paid employees who need to be reminded. Oh.
Oh? Something wrong?
Masks, fancy swords, smug attitudes. You're heroes.
I suppose we are. And you're Genevieve du Guerre, I presume?
Listen, I don't have it anymore.
Don't have what?
Ha! You think we believe you? You'll have to try harder than that.
What?
Just follow my lead.
I'm telling you the truth. It was too hot for me. Way too many eyes on that prize.
As if someone like you would give up the chase.
Sure, it was fun at first, but it came down to cost benefit. How much effort I was putting out for a maybe huge payday. I decided to opt out and sold it on the cheap to the Golden Jackal. Let him figure it out.
And the Golden Jackal has it now?
Probably. Can't imagine he'd be able to move something as impressive as the Goldberg Diamond that fast.
You stole the Goldberg Diamond.
No, I paid for it to be stolen, obviously. Wait, how do you not know that? Oh no, you didn't know.
Nope. But we appreciate you cluing us in. We'll have to make a stop at the Jackal's lair on our way back.
You can't tell him I said anything. That honor among thieves thing goes double for smugglers.
If so, perhaps you can help us in another matter. The real reason we came to find you. We're looking for something.
Aren't we all? I'll need specifics.
Let's say you wanted to move something important, but it couldn't be seen by any authority type.
Well, first I'd come to me.
And if not you?
I'm not in the habit of pimping my competitors. Must be something largish, or else you'd just have a couple of couriers take the gig.
Let's just stick with how you do it, if it wasn't you.
Tricky. I like it. Well, with all the new checkpoints and tariffs, they'd want to stay off the road, so they definitely go by sea. But your average smuggler is not going to have coin to bribe every patrol boat they might come across, so they'd need something that wouldn't get stopped.
What about a medical frigate?
Those are pretty highly regulated, and the staff won't be bribed to look the other way. Stupid Hippocratic oath.
So how'd they do it?
I mean, the ideal way would be to... Oh, nope. Can't think of anything. Wish I could have helped, if you'll excuse me.
I'm not in the habit of resorting to threats so early, but I've had a couple of very long days, and my patience is wearing thin. You thought of something. What was it?
Sure, okay. Nice blade, by the way. The only ships that don't get searched are those owned by the new regime. The ones on business from... the Six.
Now we're getting somewhere.
And it's not somewhere I want to be.
Hold on. You're still holding back. They came to you, didn't they? You were the first stop.
Now it's my turn for threats.
Look, I didn't know it when you first started talking, what the precious material was, really. But it's a person, right?
Yes.
Egalite, careful.
Egalite, as in Madame Egalite? And no way are you Liberté, so that means she's the cargo?
Blast.
No wonder.
You better start talking. Do I need an or else?
No, I can see it in your eyes. Yes, they approached me about moving a large container with convenient air holes. I figured them for poachers, but I was doing this whole other thing, so I declined.
They don't seem like the type who take no for an answer.
Oh, I can be quite charming, I promise. But what they were asking for was elaborate. A series of moves, never staying in place for any length of time, ending in...
Ending in what?
A trip across the pond. A highly secure transport across the Atlantic.
When?
When what?
When was the ship supposed to leave?
I don't really...
When?
Day after tomorrow.
Where is she now?
I told you I didn't take the job.
Tell me.
Okay, Egalite, step back a moment.
No, she's lying.
Not specifically. Let me handle this, please.
Fine.
So this is your good cop, bad cop.
Don't I wish. Listen, this is your business. If you were making these arrangements, where would you stage it before making the long trek?
The way I do it is not how... Oh... That makes sense now.
Spill.
Fine, but don't shoot the messenger. Have you heard of Major Ocker?
Yes, he's a soldier of fortune.
That's a nice way of putting it. Another way is that he's a roaming warlord, picking up the strays from other services, soldiers kicked out of their armies for various crimes. He's put together his own little army for hire.
And the Six have him on retainer?
Got it in one. He's holed up in Lisbon, getting his crew ready to set sail the day after tomorrow for... guess where?
The United States.
Correct. His current HQ is an old military base. And I mean old like Crimean War old.
And you know where it is?
Yeah, it's not a secret. It's a fortress. Hard to hide those.
Show us.
I know that look, and I don't think you are hearing me. Your friend is being held in a military base surrounded by an army of crazed soldiers who are being bankrolled by the richest, most powerful people in the world.
What can I say? I like a challenge.
And I like staying alive. Look, go to Lisbon, have some pasties de nata, and then die at the hands of crazed mercs. But keep my name off your lips.
You're a smuggler, so we hire you to smuggle us in.
First off, you don't have that much money.
How do you know?
Because you wouldn't be able to stand upright. I'm certainly not going to take an IOU. Not when you'll be DOA.
Look, we're all women of the world. We can work something out, right?
Huh. You two are from Massalia, right?
We are.
Not a lot of contraband moving in and out of the capital these days. Seems someone shut down Red Rapscallion's operation, which leaves a void. Tell you what, I help you with this, get you into the base, and later you don't get in my way as I move some things into your city.
Like what?
Honey, I'm a smuggler. Half the time, even I don't know what I've got. And I've learned not to ask. A lesson you would do well to heed.
Egalite, can we talk about this?
What's there to talk about? We know where she is.
We might know if we decide to trust this woman, who we were told specifically not to trust.
It's true. I can feel it.
Is it? Or is it that you want it so badly that you're making yourself believe it? And what about the city? Who knows what kind of nasty business this opens us up to?
That's a problem for the future. Something that the three of us can take on.
Egalite.
Enough. I've made my decision.
That mean we're in business?
It does.
Great! Now, you're one of those hero types. Your word is your bond and all that. We don't need to have anything written down, do we?
We don't.
And it shows some great team spirit, how far you're willing to go to get your comrade back. She must be important. To the team, I mean.
Very important.
Good. That's good.
Why's that good?
Because you're not done getting your hands dirty.
What does that mean?
Major Ocker is a first-class psychopath. Real dyed-in-the-wool military nutjob. Plus pretty paranoid. Doesn't much like people. What he does like is things that go boom.
Of course he does.
So, pretty as you are, that's not what's going to turn his head. We'll have to bring you in as gun runners, and you'll need to seem legit or they'll kill you on sight.
We can handle that.
We can?
But getting in, disguised as merchants of death, and not getting stabbed on sight, that's the easy part.
That's the easy part?
Yeah, because I expect you'll want to be taking your friend with you when you go, and she's not his to bargain with.
Oh. Yeah.
Plus, his headquarters are on the tippy top, so when he figures out what you're about, he'll have 5 floors of trigger-happy lunatics to contend with.
That's just terrific.
Let me work on that part. You get us an audience with the Major.
I'll send word ahead. Ooh, this is going to be fun. What do you say, sisters? Are you ready to step into the bad side?
Hurroo! Now, Rico, me lad, seems to be we've got a right ugly situation here.
Yeah, boss?
Too right. I know we've not all a bunch of top blokes. There's a tosser or two in the mix. Dirty, smelly, mean, bunch of ugly bogans. But we're all in it together, righto?
Oh, yes, boss.
And when I hear someone's been filling his own stash before it gets back to the group, I say to myself, nah, not one of my boyos carrying on like a pork chop. Never.
But see, boss, we were still out on the field. I wasn't stealing. It was something I found.
Rico. You should already know what's on the battlefield after we've won. That's all ours. There's no cherry picking.
Oh, please, boss. I'll give it all back. I didn't know. I didn't understand.
Rico, I can't have loose cannons in my employ. And I can't let a thief just walk away empty-handed.
Please, don't.
Now, where did I put that boomerang? There it is. Sticking right out of your back, Rico. Thanks for catching that for me. One of you boys mind cleaning up this mess? Thank you kindly. Now, what's next?
Come on. What's taking them so long?
Genevieve, we're here.
And about time, too. Where the hell have you been?
We had to get a few things ready. Are we good to go?
You're in costume. That's terrific. The black leather looks good on you. And you've got your fake bios memorized?
Yeah. Sure. Well, mostly.
What do you mean, mostly?
It's just, I was never very good at schoolwork.
Schoolwork? This is our lives we're talking about.
We'll be fine.
But what am I supposed to do?
When I say something to you, just say jawohl.
Say what?
Jawohl. Got it?
Yes, Vol.
Somebody out there? I don't like waiting.
All right, it's showtime.
Do my beady little eyes deceive me, or is that the infamous Genevieve du Guerre? It's funny, I don't remember ordering anything from you.
Major, good to see you. You're right. That's not why I'm here. I've got some other business.
Business, you say? Seems to me that you haven't paid me back from the last time we did business.
That's why I'm here. I've brought you a prospective employer.
We're all booked up. Throw them out.
Major, please, we can...
Fine then. If this ruffian doesn't wish to make vast sums of money, let's not waste our time. Heidi, fetch my bag.
Yeah, Vol.
And who are you?
Why, ich bin Countess Lucretia von Bismarck, and I don't answer to common thugs. I thought you told me this was ein professional soldier. My estimation of your faculties is dropping, Frau du Guerre.
Wait, stop, please.
Yes?
You are the Countess Bismarck.
If there's another, I'll have her killed.
Is it true what they say about what you and your men did in Yugoslavia?
Schnurzelpurzel. I'm the reason there is a Yugoslavia. Now, I've got a monarchy to overthrow and don't have time to waste on some puffed-up Trantut. Heidi, mach schnell.
Ja, Vol.
Countess, hold up a minute. Let me try this again. I'm a big admirer of your work. The things you did in Romania. People are still outraged.
Do go on.
If you think I can help, then blast it all, I'm the man for you.
Major Ocker, is it? I've traveled a long way to be here, and what I'm seeing is not impressive to mine eyes. You have the manpower, this is true, but I do not think your organization is at a high enough level for my needs. Choose. Heidi, the door.
Ja, Vol.
How can I convince you? Oh, wait. I'm working for the Six.
Sure you are.
We're not all Six. I mean, getting them to agree on anything would be a hard yakka, but one of them.
The Six, How do I know that you are not lying?
Oh yeah. I've got something of theirs. I'm escorting it across the Big Blue. Have a look.
Casse-toi la bête!
Careful of this one, she bites. Best steer clear of the bars.
Yes. Who is that?
There's a no-good do-gooder by the name of Madame Liberté.
Ach, du Lieber.
Well said, Heidi. And this is really her.
Oh, she's rigid and ditch, all right. Took out 6 of my men just getting into that cage.
T'es con comme un balai.
What's going on with you, du Guerre?
Nothing, I understood that one.
Yeah, well, good for you. Now keep your yap shut.
How much?
What's that now?
How much would you want for her?
No, I wasn't... This one's not for sale, Countess. I was just showing you I'm on the up and up.
Nonsense. Everything has a price. Name yours. Heidi, my bag.
Ja, Vol.
Francs, dollars, or imperial currency? Which would you prefer?
No, listen. She's not mine. I'm just like the mailman here. I do this job, it's my shot at the big time. Like on the payroll of the six. That's the kind of legit you can't buy with money.
In that case, we'll do this another way. Give me liberté or give me death.
The what now?
And down goes Ocker. Heidi, the cage door.
Yeah, boss.
What the hell are you doing? This is not part of the plan.
A wise woman once told me you can plan all you want, but what matters is what you do when your plan falls apart.
And who said that?
Her loving wife. Come here, you.
That was worth punching 100 warlords for.
Oh, so much has changed since I've been away, but the black leather is a good look on you. Care to explain?
Later, we've got a lot of catching up to do. But we're at the top of a fortress full of armed lunatics who are about 10 seconds away from realizing we just attacked their boss.
Huh? So, per the usual. Sweet Saffron, you have something for me, no?
Oh, yes.
Ooh, always appreciated, but I was thinking of the bladed variety.
Oh, yes, of course. Here you go.
Sweet steel, I have also longed to hold you in my arms.
You've been locked up all this time. Are you strong enough to fight?
With my beautiful wife and my best girl by my side, nothing can stop me.
Look, I've heard all the stories, but us against a mob of soldiers, there's not a bookie in the world who'd take those odds.
Who is this doubting woman?
That's Genevieve du Guerre. We bribed her to get us inside to find you.
So, your motives are financial? But still, I appreciate your assistance in my liberation.
Yeah, great. Welcome. Now, can we talk about not dying and the 5 floors of troops below us?
And that's some good news. We're not going down. We're going up. Come on.
How this is better. Here on the roof, there's nowhere to go but down.
If there's one thing I know, it's that Saffron has a plan. We just need to... Blaireau!
Your shoulder, it's bleeding. But what did that? Some kind of knife?
That's not a knife. That's a boomerang. They're a match set.
What are you talking about? You only have one. Oh, my leg!
Oh, yeah, there he is. Listen, you drongos. Good on you for making it this far. But you took something from me and I want it back.
She was never yours to begin with.
You know, I'm beginning to suspect you aren't actually the Countess. Who are you?
Liberté.
Égalité.
Fraternité.
Still Genevieve. Hey.
How'd you end up with this lot? Know what? I don't care. But I'ma make sure to tell everyone that you've switched sides.
No!
You'll never transport so much as a stolen corkscrew again, lady.
And, of course, it starts raining. Ugh, can this day get any worse?
Actually, this particular cloud has a silver lining.
Do you mean... Oh, no, it couldn't be.
Nothing but the best for you, my dear.
Now, ladies, why don't we all get out of the wet and come to an understanding? Or I could slice you all up and leave you to die in the rain. I'm good either way.
Major Ocker, I'm afraid we're choosing a third option.
What's that then? What are you three doing up on that ledge? You know it's straight down to the sea from there.
We've seen what your hospitality looks like. And frankly, we choose the abyss.
Honestly, we can't stand to be around you for even a second longer.
It's not the smell. Well, it's not just the smell.
So this is the point we must say, Auf Wiedersehen.
Adieu.
Laters.
Did they just jump off the edge?
Yup.
Du Guerre, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, hold that thought.
How are you floating?
What can we say? We are friends in high places.
Everyone all right down there?
All fine, Herr Hague. But we could do without the rain.
My apologies. It's a side effect of the artificial cloud cover of the airship. Don't worry, though. It's not raining up here.
Then bring us up.
What the blooming hell is going on?
Genevieve, listen. We've had our differences, but this is your only way out.
But if I leave with you, then I'll be marked as a traitor.
Better an alive traitor than a dead patriot, yes? And I would not expect fair treatment from the Major. Take this from one who knows.
Leap to me, I'll catch you.
Best not. You run, we'll hunt you down.
What lady doesn't like to be pursued? Later, Major.
Gotcha.
Top floor, please.
I'll find you. I'll catch you. You can't run from me.
Who's running? We're flying!
Here, lady. Let me help you up.
Merci, Herr Hague. This is an unexpected surprise. And with your dirigible of doom, did we not destroy it?
You did, sadly. This is a Mark II. Far less bombs in this one.
How many is far less?
Oh, none.
Good answer.
Little help?
But of course. Hup.
Oh, thanks. Right on time, Hague. My thanks.
But of course, I never got to ask. How did you find me?
We never lost you. All those reports of a mysterious cloud suddenly appearing over ailing farms and drought-stricken towns. We knew what that was.
I'm wet and I'm tired. Can someone help me up?
Reach up. We've got you.
Oof. Thanks.
Shall we be on our way? It's a long ride back to Massalia.
Hang on. We've got one more.
Permission to come aboard?
Granted, I suppose.
Are you all right?
I've had narrower escapes, but not by much.
Herr Hague, allow me to introduce...
Mein Gott! I didn't know! I never... Stay back!
What is it? What's the problem?
Of all the things I expected, I never knew you'd turn. That you'd join them.
Uh-oh.
I'm totally lost. Do you know her?
Know her? Humph! I'd say so. She's one of the 6.
What?
Is this true?
I was hoping the charade could last a little longer, but I guess Genevieve du Guerre has outlived her usefulness.
Who are you, really?
My name is Gertrude Walcott. I believe you've met my brother, Virgil.
The one who captured me, tortured me. Yes, we are acquainted.
Yes, Virg always did have a flair for the dramatic.
I've heard enough of this. Time for you to fly, liar.
Yes, of course. I am at your mercy. But I have spent a significant amount of time and money to get a face-to-face with you 3. So if you'll allow me to speak my piece, then you can do what you will with me.
What could you have to say that could be of any interest to us?
How about an alliance to destroy my brother and everything he holds dear? Looks like I've got your interest.
Yeah, you heard her right. One of the 6, the mysterious, powerful group that's controlling and funding this new regime. And if that's not enough, what happened next? Well, things just get wilder. I'll tell you the whole thing, just not all at once. You'd never believe it. The angry artwork in Paris, all the drama with the defector, our trip to Monte Carlo, and, oh yeah, breaking the rules of the great game. Makes a girl wonder why she even wanted to join the Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society. Ah, who am I kidding? I wouldn't miss any of this for the world. And neither should you. Until next time.
Season 2, Episode 1, What Goes Around Comes Around, was written, directed, and edited by Kyle Olson. Our producer and sound designer is that proper gentleman, Ryan FitzPatrick. Our talent wrangler is the charming Brooke Underveith. Starring Amy Shaw as Zinnia, Anastasia Plumb as Saffron, Kara Gallo as Goldie, Emily Dawn Mahoney as Genevieve du Guerre, Puneet Bajwa as Carmin Crimson, Christopher Sousy as Rico and a pirate, and Justin Kent as not only Major Ocker, but also Herr Hague. Our theme song is written and performed by Hedley Knights, and our interstitial music is Intended Force by Kevin Macleod. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ox and Hare so you won't miss the next thrilling adventure. The Swashbuckling Ladies Debate Society is an Ox and Hare Media production. Old format, new ideas.